Company if he was free is it worth a buy. Let's read the words bigger and better than ever. Cannot believe Heroes 3 combines heart-pounding combat with deeper strategic choices in a stunning modern theater of war. Inconvenient of Heroes 3, every battle tells a story. What's your first stop, guys? Let's have a look at the graphical options. This sprinkling all the main things you would expect, but for £15 I would have liked a few more things to twiddle and tweak, but it is what it is. There is quite a few other options in the game. We can change a sort of the scroll speed, which is essential because the default 100 painting speed is crazily fast with a keyboard, so you can slow that down. I have just actually found out that you can do that, so I have not tested it yet. At least I'm honest, but the big problem with this game, for me, the number one problem, is the absolute garbage, and it is garbage zoom. I mean, this is a war game, this is a strategic war game, and you can barely zoom out far enough to see a battle taking place. If you have in fact, if you have a really big battle taking place over, say, a checkpoint, you cannot actually, you literally cannot see the whole battle because it does not zoom out far enough. It is just a totally limiting, pointless zoom. I don't even see the point of having a zoom that's so bad, as is likely there is a mod that I downloaded today that someone has made that allows you to zoom way future out, and my goodness, look at the differences, look at the differences. This is in a skirmish map. Look at the difference in the zoom between what the developers give you and what this mode gives you. It's might, and here it totally changes the game, but I have only had the mood for about an hour, so most of the footage you are going to see is without the mod. Now the game has a campaign, which I have not played. I have played it well. I have played a bit of it, but have not gone anywhere near into the campaign simply because I haven't been playing skirmish all the time. I just wanted to see what the AI was like. I wanted to see what the difference is from the beta. I did it quite a long video on this in the beta, and I don't see the point in going over the ground that I want over then, and so I want to bring new stuff to the table that I did not really mention in the beta. They have made a definitive improvement on the graphics. They're still not fantastic, they are still a bit cartoony, but way better than they were in the beta. The tanks look a bit more rugged and better won now than they did when I played it in the beat. It looked like they came out of a car wash in the actual beta that I played, so that's a definite improvement. Sadly, the sound is still lousy compared to the Company of Heroes 2, and one is just not in the same league. I don't know why it is should be, but it just is not. The sound is some of the explosions are quite meaty, and continually the aircraft, when they're doing a dive bomb around, they sound really cool, but the actual bullets, the gunfire, it just does not sound great. To be honest with you, get a sprinkling of skirmish maps in the game, and you can play with cooperations against the AI. You can play a single player against the AI. You can prove part in your team, and you can do pretty much everything that you would want to do in a single player with skirmish maps. There is a ton of gameplay for the single player, and just in skirmish alone, I have played it for hours. In skirmish, I really do enjoy the skirmish maps. When you are playing against the human, it tends to get very guacamole, because just rushing the points all the time and rushing around the map. It's about clicks per minute kind of thing. You are not going to get deep, slow strategic map, and there is no real maps with chalk points on it mined, so you just get this big album kind of diving all over the place trying to secure different checkpoint, because the story control points, the control points are vital in this game, and each one controls different things. For example, you have resources like fuel, and you need fuel to make vehicle stands to reason. So if you don't capture the fuel points, you are not going to be able to deploy your big armor, which is a game changer. So you need to get in there and get the fuel points really early, so that you are securing a lot of them resources coming into your base. So it is quite tactical. It's really good fun, to be honest. I'm really enjoying the skirmish, and like I said before, not so much the multiplayer. I'm not one of them clicks per minute guy, just like the slow immersive kind of battles, and you can get that up to a point with the in skirmish mode, and like I say, you can do it in cooperation as well.